What's going on, everyone? Ed Zoller, Teachers Come By Homes, Villa Realty Group with this month's Fun Day Monday winter results. You know, I got to tell you, today I went into a McDonald's and I ate a kid's meal. Gotta say the mom was not happy. So this video, I'm going to talk a couple things that have been going on recently with as far as calls from you guys asking certain questions. And I just want to reiterate to all of you, there's never a bad time to call me. Never think I'm that busy. If you're actually thinking of investing in your home, such as doing additions or adding a pool or painting, or, hey, I got some insurance money and I want to add some value to my home, you know, of course, I'm always going to say, spend what you want, make the house your own, do whatever you want to do. But if you're actually in the back of your mind thinking, I want to get my money back or put something to my home that's going to get me the most rate of return, call me first and we can discuss options and I can tell you what that does so you can at least have that information. I'm going to talk about this today in today's subject about fences. Now, I have gotten this month about 3 calls from you guys, all talking about the fence, how much value it adds, how much value it doesn't add, how much to spend, what kind of budget to stay within, what's a going rate for a fence nowadays, which after the hurricane, who knows what things are going for. But I actually did some data and research. So I did like a typical off-water home. I don't want to pull in Gulf access and pool homes and everything else. I just thought the average home in Cape Coral, off water, not on the water, no pool. Some have fences, some don't. Actually found a really good mix where the average home square footage is around 1,700. So I did a search of houses between a 1,500 and 2,000 square feet, built within the last hurricane code, which is 2003 or above, but then actually narrowed it down a little bit more and actually found that there were in Cape Coral like 42 homes that sold without a fence and 52 homes that sold with a fence. So that's a pretty good sampling of something, and it was quite amazing to see the price difference of that. The difference in price per square foot was only about $2.50. So if you take like a 1,600 square foot home, it adds $4,000 value. Called an appraiser friend of mine to say, what is a fence? How does that add value to your home? I used the same math and technique they would do, and that number came out to be about $4,000. So you will get $4,000 of equity. Your house will go up $4,000. But what if you spend 20? What if you spend 16? Those privacy fences, which all got knocked down in the last hurricane, they cost $150 a panel, probably $15,000 to $20,000 just for that privacy fence. So if you invest $20,000 in that privacy fence, you tend to only get about $4,000 back in equity. But if you put a $4,000, let's say, aluminum metal fence, or a $6,000, let's say, all metal fence, you're actually going to get about $4,000 of it back. So just something to consider when you're thinking of what improvements to do. I have a whole list of the improvements you can do, whether a fresh coat of paint does it wonders to the house. Just if you're thinking maybe in the next couple of years I'm going to sell the home and I want to be able to make smart investments into it and do something that's going to add value. Of course, a pool is going to add significant value, but you need to know how much on your particular home. Depends on the size of your home and where it is. That a pool I've seen only increase a home $20,000 but costs $70 to make. But I also seen a pool increase the value of a home $80,000 to $100,000, and it only costs $45,000 or $50,000 to make. So I'm always here for you guys to answer that question. Hopefully that is a tidbit of information you did not know or you learned from. So let's get to the winner reveal. So I'm going to pull and switch the camera so I can actually face this. So I have all of my people who got the answer right, all the people who got it wrong. You can see that there are some people with ×4, which means that their name is 4 times on this sheet. And what I end up making was 6 columns, A through F. So first we're going to find out what column it is. I have a die roller over here, and all I do is I type in 6. Use my mouse, and there we go. I'm going to do it live. Go. It's going to roll 6. Oh, 1. Okay, so we have the 1 column. That's A, and then there are 18 names in A, and this actually allows me to roll an 18-sided die, which there's no such thing. There is now. and it rolled a 6. So column 1, name 6, that is Bob and Stacy Rice, but that was Bob's entry into it. Let me switch it back up. Congratulations, you have won the $25 gift certificate. I know it's not the Plinko board, and I've been doing that for like a year and a half now, but I gotta switch things up. Gotta make it more exciting for myself, because the Plinko chip tends to, I don't know, it just doesn't seem as random as it should be. It tends to always kind of fall to the left, and maybe it's because it's in the same position, but this way, I make it fair. Everyone's got the entries into it. So next month, first Monday of every month, I'm going to put out a trivia question. Whether you get it right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Just answer, play along. I'd love to hear comments on the idea I just gave you. If you are thinking of putting on a fence, if you're thinking of putting anything in all on your house, give me a call and I can at least let you know maybe what budget to stay within, so that maybe you don't put too much into that investment on the house, thinking that the value is just going to come back to you because you spent the money. But obviously, if you want gold pillars or you want a $20,000 fence because of privacy issues, then do it. That's what your money's for. That's what you want. You make the house your own. Enjoy it. If you're not selling the home, who cares what equity it gives you? So that's all for this month. I'm going to make this video kind of short, so I hope you're all doing great. I've got plenty more time now. Market's kind of taking a little bit of cool down. It is the time of year, but we have our weather cooling down, which is my favorite time of the year right now. Blue skies, no rain, and we don't have color changing leaves like my daughter's experiencing in Carolina. Go WCU Catamounts. But we are getting this where we can actually start opening up our windows and doors and enjoying that breeze. Hope you're all doing great. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.